first state championship, and all of them are. It's just so special when you get to take kids up there. They work so hard all year, and it's just a blessing to go up there. The leading up to the game, a lot of excitement. The kids worked real hard. They, a lot of the times I think you get teams that kind of get satisfied to just being at a certain level. Well, they were never like that. They just continue to plug. They have one goal in mind, and they could see the light at the end of the tunnel. They kept working towards that goal, and just fell a little short of winning state championship.
I've been one time in my career to the state championship game, and it was when I was a student coach. So this was a lot different than when I was a student coach. To be actually there as a real, coach and having a position. And so I talked to my boys about all week about not letting it be too big for them. That it's just another game. It's not. Don't let the situation get overwhelming.
It was an experience of a lifetime. It really was. The atmosphere was full of energy. The nerves inside were they were there. They were evident, and it was just really great as we made our way up to the Hornet Walk. That all the fans were there and they appreciated. They were excited, just as excited as we were. It was one of those days that you'll never forget, and those feelings that you'll never probably be able to overcome.
Yeah, the first time coaching in a state championship game, didn't know what to expect. Right up there, kind of started getting those butterflies, started getting nervous. I'll tell you, the most awesome thing was getting there and seeing the little dog walk they had set up, and just amazing. I can, from talking to people with the MHSA, nobody had a turnout like that. This is unbelievable.
From exiting the locker room to running out on the field to the feel of the grass. The field felt like it was cushioned. Seeing the big screens, seeing our guys on the big screens, it was a great experience. I was able to take it all in during pregame, and by the time the kickoff was there, I was adjusted myself. I was adapted to it, and realized that we take each play for what it is, and don't take this for granted, because you never know if you're going to go back. I mean, it's a tough road to get there. Look forward to going back, but you never know.
Well, my first thoughts during the game was how cold it was. We've played in some cold games, but it being cold and wet and rainy, that was not fun. I thought that it would affect us a little more than it did. I think it affected the coaches more than it did the players. It didn't seem to bother the players any to me. And I actually thought we came out a little bit slow that first series or two, and believe it or not, I told Coach Story. I said I think after Chad got the personal foul, late hit on the quarterback, I think after that penalty, I think it kind of woke us up a little bit. I think the kids started playing really hard after that, and so it was kind of a good thing, I guess, in a way. I feel like it kind of woke them up, and they started really playing well up front.
At halftime, still felt good. They had that big play at the end of the first half where they took the hook and ladder back. But even with that, I thought we moved the ball on them. We gave it one big play on defense, but that was it. It's not like they were just going up and down the field on us. Offensively, we just had to put a couple of drives together, make some adjustments. Kids weren't just too low. You could tell they were upset being down 20-0. But I thought we made some adjustments, and it showed in the second half. We had a good plan.
Just to sit back, see what they have, play each play the best they can, like it's going to be their last play of their career, and to basically just to we cannot afford to make any mistakes from here on out. It was, if we do our job right, we give our offense the opportunity to do their job right, and we play as a team. Try not to play. I told them to just, leave all the selfish stuff behind. Play as a team, communicate, and get after them.
I thought we played really well. I thought Peyton Graham had a great game. I thought all four that played really had a great game. All four of them had multiple tackles. And, we're around the ball all night. Thought we read our keys, and we didn't have to make any adjustments defensively to any. They didn't show anything that we weren't expecting. And as far as the game, it just flew by. I wish it would have lasted a little longer. But
going to the state championship, I thought we've been really good on defense all year long. I thought we matched up good with Lafayette. They run a lot of 2- and 3-back sets. Our kids were not intimidated in the slightest. We were prepared. And we were ready. We were ready for war, and that's what they did. They never even when things didn't go our way, they never got their head down. They were prepared. They knew it was going to be a 4-quarter game, and they were going to fight for 4 quarters. So I was extremely proud of them. I couldn't have asked for more of an effort than what we got. They finished the year as champions. In my book, they finished it like you're supposed to finish it.
It's about 5 years ago I started coaching 7th grade football. I was not able to coach middle school because I was actually teaching at the upper. And so I talked with Coach Beach, and at that time Coach Beach was offensive coordinator, and I expressed interest in wanting to come over and help with the junior high and all that. So I ended up being able to make that switch and switching to teach at the middle school. And so I started coaching 7th grade football, and through the years I've realized how important it is for our high school coaches to be involved in the middle school program. There's a lot of schools out there, especially a lot we play, and their middle school coaches just coach middle school, and their high school coaches don't really have a whole lot to do with it. And we felt like if these are our kids, that the future of our program, that we're gonna, we want them to be doing exactly what we're doing in the high school. So we kind of started that about 5 years ago, and I really feel like that's been a big impact on the success of our high school team. With our nose guard, the last 3 seasons we've had a senior starting nose guard. So we've replaced the nose guard every year, and it's almost become a position of, we find the hardest working senior on the team, and that's who gets to play there. So I think every season, at the end of the season, we didn't know exactly who was going to play that position until we went through summer, spring, and it's kind of like a process to find the toughest, hardest working kid that we have, and we're going to put him down there at nose guard. So I think that's just going to be a process that we're going to have to figure out.
Next year at wide receiver, expect big things. Losing Austin Carter is gonna hurt. We had a great season out of him. Great blocking. Pretty good receiver. Kanan started as a sophomore, so we got him coming back. Got a couple of JV guys, Kobe Taylor and Tyler Golden, worked real hard during the all season. They'll get a chance. Got some freshmen moving up. So if we can replace, Austin, we'll be fine. Wide receiver, expecting a better year passing, just with experience coming back. Antonio will be in his 3rd year, and if we can develop that passing game a little bit. As far as the linebacker, you just don't replace Hunter Callahan and Turin Smith. Peyton Ross are going to be there. We've got 2 young freshmen we're excited about. But the leadership within the group and everything like that are going to be tough to replace with those 2 gone.
We have eight kids that defensively that were starters that we're going to lose next year, so we're going to return 3. Those it's hard to replace those type of kids because most games that we played in, we were they had better athletes than we did, but there was nobody all year played harder than we did. We took the fight to them. It doesn't matter the size of the dog, it's the size of fighting the dog. And there was no doubt we faced teams that were so much bigger than us that we were just well prepared, and we fought so hard. But I think that's they're going to have to prove themselves. I think we have kids coming up going to be the same way. I think it's just the community makeup. This is a real middle class town and community, a bunch of hard workers that get after it, and that's what the kids are. And the kids are just we're going to keep plugging and keep fighting. And although some teams may out-athlete us, they're not going to play harder than we do. We're going to play harder than everybody we play.
As far as defensive tackles go, we're definitely losing a very good one with Chad. Not just his play, but just his voice. And I've always told him, I said, we go as he goes. When he's having a down practice, he's kind of dead. He's not really talking. I say everybody else is having a down. When he's hyped up and he's talking and having a good practice, everybody else is having a good practice. So we're definitely going to miss that as far as the leadership goes. We have a couple really good young defensive linemen coming up, and with Amari started every game this year, so he's definitely going to be our defensive leader as far as his play. Now Amari's very quiet, so he's definitely not going to have the voice like Chad did, the leadership. But we have a couple other kids that work really hard and gotten some playing time this year. Caden Wheat is a big, strong kid that's had some opportunities to play this year, and he's done a very good job. We also have some younger kids that are going to be coming up, and one of them happens to be Chad's younger brother, so Devin is going to end up playing a big role probably next year, and so we have some pretty good ones coming up too also.
In the community, we couldn't ask for any more. I've been to a lot of places in my 18 years of coaching. This community acted with, they were so hungry for it. They were hungry just like the kids were hungry, and it just made it such a great atmosphere. No matter where we went, I'm from Purvis, and people make a comment about our fans when I'd go to gatherings and stuff throughout the season, and I was like, that I thought they were weak because of their fan base. When you can't get up and cheer for high school football and be united like this community was, I just don't know what to tell you.
Fans and the support this year were amazing. There was nothing like looking back on any given Friday night and seeing the fans the stands full, and knowing they had our back, knowing they supported us, whether we were in tough games such as Stone County or Quitman, we'd still hear them cheering us on, and that had to do with a lot of our success. That was a lot of the greatness of this team. They had people that believed in them. This town believed in them. The camaraderie that all these people gave during the South State game, they were out tailgating. The kids loved it. As a coach, we loved it. We felt like, these kids deserve more than we can ever give them as a coach, and I believe the fans fulfilled that for us. They helped us realize that we got something magical here. It was a special season, special team. It was one of a kind. It really was. And to all those fans that came out and they left work probably early to go to some games and made the signs for us, and the turkeys for Thanksgiving, the goodie bags from all over the different schools. You don't get that everywhere. That was a special thing. And I'd like my hats off to the fans and the supporters of Poplarville High School. It really is. It's a great place to be, great environment.
Still think we have the best student section in South Mississippi. It's unbelievable. I still think back to Stone County and PRC and all the district games, even on the road at Greene County. I thought they were there with us the whole time and really got on board. And and made a difference in some games, especially PRC and Stone. It just jumped to my mind.
I've been here, this is my 12th season, 12th year coaching and teaching, and I've been here through the ups and the downs. When I first got here, my first couple of years, I believe my second year here, we made it to the second round of the playoffs, had one of the best seasons in Poplarville history. And it was really neat to see the town come together and support and everything. And then I've been through some bad seasons where we've been, 1-9 and 0-10. But the thing about those seasons, we still have fans, and that's what's been really neat about Poplarville and coaching at Poplarville. I remember the year we were 0-10. We were playing our last game of the season away at Van Cleve, and that's a long way away. And we had more fans in the stands, and we were 0-9 that night. And we had more fans in the stands than Van Cleve did.
Here is just taking our helmets off and saluting the crowd at South State, and it was pretty special. They made the trip to Starkville, awful weather, freezing cold, raining, but they were there, they were loud, and supported us to the end. Couldn't ask for a better fan base. To the seniors, just thank you for 6 years. Put your heart and soul in this program, and it paid off.
Because we're gonna get you on the field, we're gonna get you in the stands. Everywhere you look, you're gonna be attacked by us. So that's what we're gonna do.
Well, Hornet fans, unfortunately, the season didn't have the perfect ending like we hoped it would. We came up short 27-12 against Lafayette, but that doesn't take away anything from this season. The Hornets have had an amazing season, and we want to thank these seniors and these coaches for allowing us to be a part of this amazing opportunity and for bringing us all the way to state, something that Poplarville has never been able to experience, and we're so glad that we were able to be on this journey with them. And for the players coming back next year, we know that we're going to have some great years ahead of us. We'll probably be back here in the same situation or a couple more times down the road, and we're excited about that. And these seniors, for those that aren't playing anymore, they've had a great year, and they'll always be remembered by Poplarville. They are a special team, and this is a special group of boys, and we're so proud of them, win or lose.